Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Motioning right is Ayuk. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's the long-tenured Brandon Graham with the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Purdy setting up that play action. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and long, Purdy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Purdy trying on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Now, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun is Purdy. Trying to lob that one in, but no luck. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Here's Purdy to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tackle made by Jair Brown. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Now he takes it. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Finds a man right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Running left. This is Barkley. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They go to Barkley again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Hurts looking to throw. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They send a man in motion. Hurts now on 4th. And holds someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the 49ers get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. So second down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles are going to have it back, and it's marked at the 38. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Second down, Hurts throwing again. He puts some air under this one, deep. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. James Bradbury up from the secondary for that tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Connection made to Isaac Arindo. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, and that's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Sending the tight end in motion left. Receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Purdy throwing here. Got used check, and it's complete. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Kittle brings it in. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. They'll motion a tight end left. First down throw by Purdy. He sends this one to the end zone. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The 49ers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And that was a disaster of a return. They're going to start near their own goal line.
Can't happen. I mean, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Throwing from his own end zone. Campbell hauls it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And he pays the price for the interception. Woo-hoo, big hit brings it into that return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Another give to the wideout. Man, he has been busy. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
On third down, Purdy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To throw again, it's Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take the lead just before halftime. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. To return, here's Paris Campbell. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. First down throwing for Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On first down, Hurts taking a big shot for the end zone, and he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. Point after added on by Elliott, and the Eagles tie things up at 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Here comes the final play of our first half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Return coming from the 14. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Working quickly here. 2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. They kick the running back in motion. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
1st down from the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. He gets it complete to Will Shipley. And he'll go down here at the 16. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Running back sent in motion. Looking to throw. This throw is cupped. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And he has enough room to gain about 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er first down. Handoff down to the receiver. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And it sets up second down.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Complete. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. 49ers trail by a field goal. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They kick the running back in motion. Here he is to throw. He's got Ayuk on that slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That throw finds Kittle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll send him over right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. The give here on 2nd. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing now. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He gets 6 on that play, and that will set up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Back to throw. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. It's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw it. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line.
You got caught. Hey, 73. Call up Yeti. Hey, easy, 63, pass. Call up Yeti.
Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. setting up to pass. Try and push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Philadelphia.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And we are underway from Mexico City.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Well, right away, they'll change the look.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. To throw is Stafford.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Now Stafford. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Stafford now to throw. He finds Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Now Stafford is going to change things up.
They'll look to throw again. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Stafford. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And now an audible here into something else. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to throw, Purdy. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Now Samuel. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Purdy looking to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. He throws there, incomplete. Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Purdy will look to throw again here.
Completes it to Jennings. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. In motion comes the tight end left.
This is Samuel.
Past the 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Not the longest kick return, but it counts all the same.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon.
So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion goes the tight end.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. That's caught by Ayuk on the slam.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Purdy now to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for six? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Butker now to add the extra point. Mahomes going to change things up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Fresh off that pick six, here's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It looks like they'll move things around here. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Purdy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Deebo Samuel.
49 yards.
And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, 49ers 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for KC. 54 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Mecole Hardman.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Mahomes will throw for it.
He's got it at the 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Purdy.
This is Jennings. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
34 yards.
And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeout.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Punter Mitch Wisnowski ready to do the honors. And off we go in Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. And the 49ers force the turnover on the first series of this game. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
Running back sent in motion. First play, he's going to throw. Purdy. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And it's going to be 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here,
And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. George Kittle, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. First and 10, here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They go play action. Here's Herbert. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Buying some time left. On the move, chipping it deep down the left sideline. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, sometimes when you get outside that pocket and your body weight gets going laterally, that ball will sail on you. I mean, that's a tough connection to make even under the best of circumstances.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert with a blitz coming. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They've got first down from the 31. Herbert now. Chased out to his right. Throwing all the way to the end. And oh, he got it. Interception. Picked by their rookie out of Florida State.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the 49ers first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Purdy on first down. Catch is made by Elijah Mitchell. The defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Second and 10 now. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
First down throw by Purdy. Well, he shot his shot, Brock, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And that'll bring up second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Back to the air on second. Purdy. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. To throw again, it's Purdy. Buys time, rolling right. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Third and goal, Purdy. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up fourth down and goal.
They kick the running back in motion. Purdy gonna go on fourth. On the move, headed right. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Chargers will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases...
Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Well into the this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Make some good calls, offense. Take the pager, fellas. Take some good plays today. Go street. Do it, offense. Tear it out here, fellas. Keep moving the ball. 19 Lions. We have go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Working quickly here. Running back sent in motion. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Lays out left side and gets it. Offense in the hurry up here. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Throw complete to Juszczyk. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this is going to be 49er football. Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Here's Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 19 yards away. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing is Hurts.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown,
76 yards.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Purdy.
Looking deep for Jennings.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10. shotgun now with Purdy.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Taken down at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup.
7-7, our score after 1.
The end of the first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They go play action with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Purdy now to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They'll try the middle with Garindo.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Purdy, he's going to shift them around into something else.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Back to throw, Purdy. And will find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Now Purdy.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. From 13 yards out.
And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Moody good with the extra point.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs. But in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Hurts to throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Back to throw here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Purdy from the gun. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's Samuel. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And they'll go on the ground.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Purdy looking to throw.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Niners have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Moody good with the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Purdy.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Purdy. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Purdy will look to throw again here.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Juwan Jennings
from 6 yards away.
And the Niners have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
That's what I like to. It's going our way, baby.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they get this way past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1.
At the 49ers 28-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return. We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it.
That's caught out right by Jennings. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd and 5. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Eluding the pressure right.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Guendo. 65 yards. And the 49ers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here's Penix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Charlie Warner, the tight end, the intended target.
And it's second down.
To the air, Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And looking to throw, Penix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Penix.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Drake London.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7.
On the give, it's Garindo.
Bust through the tackle, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Falcons 7, 49ers 6.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, Purdy.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's put 6 on the board, fellas! We need 6 on this drive.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Handoff here, Garindo. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here's Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Purdy. And Kittle catching the slant.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Purdy now to throw.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have regained the lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Purdy looking to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. Back to throw now on first down. That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Locates Mooney on the out route.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Penix to the air once more. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
But these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Penix.
Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they have regained the lead.
Well, a pretty important sequence here, CD. They were trailing in the second half. The interception gives them the opportunity, and the field goal gives them the lead.
And what a clutch play. You love to see guys come through like that. Now it's their game to lose. Time to get back out there and come through with another big stop.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught, Jennings. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 36 yards. And the 49ers have retaken a third-quarter lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll throw with Penix. Caught out left side by Robinson. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And looking to throw, Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Penix going to sneak it.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, and especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The rookie from Washington put it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Now Penix. This pass is caught by London. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This is 1st and 10. Purdy to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Purdy.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco will call it a 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Inside the 30. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's Purdy to throw.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And that's going to tie our ball game at 25.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
The ball carried by the wide receiver.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To the air, Penix.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. To throw is Purdy.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Here is 3rd and 5. A give running left now, Garindo. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.